Hey everyone, it's the Mindless One with Mindless Fun. Just stopping in to bring you another speed paint. This one is featuring a lot of the characters that you are going to be seeing in the tabletop game of Cothea, Fragments of Destiny. Now, that being said, I do want to go ahead and preface that these are my interpretations of these characters. The reference images that are used here are copyright or owned by their creators here. I am not the one that owns them. I do, however, use Magic Poser in order to make certain things like certain poses here. And maybe you'll see a glimpse of it here and there here, maybe you won't. But either way, I do hope you enjoy everything. With that said, let's get right into the art. And right off the bat, we have ourselves Zaramel, or as she's more popularly known amongst our group, Poppy. Now, she is a Lunari, a moon elf, as they are more commonly referred to. And as you've seen, I've already gone ahead and drawn her in a pose already here, but for the group picture, it didn't feel like it meshed. And like you probably saw near the beginning, I did use a pose generator here known as Magic Poser in order to make this pose. And then I exported the image and placed it right here for everybody to see so that I could see it, get the pose, and then throw it away because, let's face it, I don't need to have more drama at this point. But everything else came almost straight out of my head or through much input from the character's player. That being said, if you want to know a little bit more about this character, please do me a favor. Go over to my playlist here, click on Cothea, Fragments of Destiny, and just give us a good watch. Why? Well, you'll get a little bit more out of that here rather than me trying to remember everything off the top of my head. Honestly, my brain doesn't retain all that information right now. That's one of the things that I love about the videos and my notes. Alright. And with that, this has been Zaramel. And next up we have Lucia. Lucia is a Tsunari or Sun Elf, and as you can see from the poses that I have so far, it was kind of hard to nail something down that I liked. And boy howdy, did it take a while, but I ended up finding in Magic Poser the correct pose that I really wanted to use for her, a sort of in motion or walking step here. And I did have to tweak it quite a bit in order to get it just right. Hence, you see me getting the more or less the general pose down originally. Now, you'll also see me do a few things here and there, like fill out a shape entirely and then erase the inside here. That is kind of how I get certain things like belts and whatnots to get the right, just the absolute right way that it'll hang off a body or cling to a body. And it works for the most part here. Sometimes I have to tweak it. And as you can see, it didn't take that long to get the line down here. But overall, I really like how it came out here. Adding the brightness here in just a second, you're going to see the effects of, just a holy solar light. It was actually really awesome to work with this character. And of course, now we come to our monk. Now I've had to go over this many different times. It is Cothea. Don't ask me how that's possible. I don't know. I really don't know. But Cothea is not only a caitiff, she is our monk. This means there are many punchies that this one can dole out, most of which is, filled with the righteous wrath of a caitiff. But all that being said and done here, this one was an absolute dream to work with here. Although I did kind of get a comment from the player stating that they wanted to know why the bow was bigger than the body here. And I had to say, look, it's the angle of your reference image. I have no control over that here. It's just my eyes, the way they see it. They were cool with it. That being said, this is perhaps another one that I really kind of liked here. There's way too much detail on it for me to get normally, so I kind of had to pick and choose what I was going to try and get. Mildred is the muscle. That's all I can really say to this here. He is the muscle. He is quite literally the one that goes in and breaks things when everyone else stays back and slings spells. Well, that's not to say that Cothea can't do that here. She's the DPS. He is quite literally the I must fuck everything up sort of thing. And that is both literally and in a very broader sense figuratively. If you try to get this guy to do any sort of charismatic role, such as a performance, such as anything like that, he quite literally has a chance to fuck it up. It's not his fault. It's the way I statted him. My rolls for this were just plain terrible. But that being said, as our resident Dark Knight, he brings the heavy damage. He doesn't hit all that often like a 5e fighter, but he does hit with purpose. Think of him as the darker version of a paladin. So with that, you're going to see me adding, a lot of lightning. You're going to see me add, mostly for his eyes, but you'll also see me adding darkness around his free hand here. That's part of his character. That's part of his class here as a Dark Knight. That being said, this has been Mildred. It was honestly really fun to try and mess with the different skin tone, scale tone, I guess, in this kind of a case here. Mildred the Dathari. Nakina is a Kated. She is new to the group, and I mean new, as in very, very new. So new, in fact, she is very squeaky clean. She has not gotten into the same amount of shenanigans that we have. That being said, a lot of her, to the party at least, is very mysterious, with the exception of maybe Poppy. Poppy might know a little bit more about what might be going on with her, but is very reluctant to do anything about it simply because plot reasons. She does have with her a interesting little animal companion, a little orange cat. That's all I really know about it. From a artistic standpoint here, I hate doing laurels. The fact that the reference image on this one had a laurel irks me to no end. I really don't like it, but it was a challenge and I had to do something. All in all, I really like how she turned out, giving her a little bit of a psychic, or at least some sort of a psionic blast in her hand, really kind of brought everything together. Though I'll be honest with you, not really sure if that's her ability or not. The image may change as we find out more. Alright, now we have Senox. He is quite literally our NPC liaison slash Yeah, he's an NPC whom we, well, at least I think, might be some sort of a celestial being. He showed up with no memory, and we've been trying to slowly piece it together as we went. Pretty chill dude, but also very much... Oh, there's no beating around the bush. He's a horny bastard. But then again, this is the sexy party, so what can you do? And that, as they say, is that. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to do more of these later on. Bye now.